Katie roams is no stranger to the solitude of the wild. Known for her minimalistic outdoor lifestyle, her solo camping channel often radiates peace and simplicity. But on this trip, that calm would shatter before the night was over. After a chilly evening dip in a secluded forest lake, Katie began searching for a campsite. Flat ground was hard to come by. Boggy patches and relentless mosquitoes pushed her deeper into the woods until she found a mossy spot away from the shoreline. She pitched her tent, built a makeshift bushcraft chair from fallen branches, and prepared a warm dinner.
Hold up. I just found this lake. Okay, it's gorgeous. Do I have my swimming stuff? Yes. Am I going to go for a dip? Obviously. Why wouldn't I? Wait, I bought sunglasses. This one and my Patagonia fleece, and I love them both. I don't own a lot of stuff because I do live in my car, so my box of clothes is probably about that big by that big. I have not a lot of possessions. I think the most amount of stuff I own is camping gear. And that takes up a lot of room in my car. But I don't really believe in possession.
Then, the forest changed. Through the stillness drifted the sharp smell of cigarette smoke, followed by the unmistakable sound of men's voices. She couldn't see them yet, but they were close. Too close. Katie quietly switched on her camera and kept it recording, ready to capture any approach. Moments later, loud music from a portable speaker echoed through the trees.
I can smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. So I'm just going to leave my camera on record for like the foreseeable future until they leave. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, my camera's on, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just, fingers crossed they don't come, but I don't really, well, I'm out here alone and building a chair. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, put your camera on record and call someone. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, and maybe have a knife on hand. No, I'm joking about that last bit. Or am I? They're still not gone. This is it, so.
Eventually, the men came over. Friendly enough on the surface, they offered her beer and invited her to join them. She declined, but the encounter left her uneasy. They returned to their camp, only 50 meters away, and kept the music going into the night.
It's a bit far back. Jeepers. I've made like a sun lounger. Some dinner. An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 meters away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said no thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine. First of all, I don't drink, so like I just said, you know, sorry I don't drink, but you know, and I've had dinner already, which I haven't. I'm just making my dinner now.
By midnight, Katie's instincts told her it was time to leave. She packed her gear in silence, moving quickly but carefully, and hiked back to her car under the cover of darkness. At 1 a.m., she was finally safe, but disappointed.
They're also still playing music, which is kind of annoying. Ooh. Well, never mind. Let's get some dinner on, shall we? I'm absolutely starving. I'm so impressed with myself for building this. It's my little chair. I'm just chilling. Just chilling out. Brilliant. My back's not sore. I'm not sat on the floor. It took me, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'll see you there. Well, I am back at the car. It is around 12:30, pushing on 1 a.m. right now. I'm really disappointed.
It wasn't fear of an obvious threat, but the knowledge that even strangers with a smile can bring unpredictable risks in the middle of nowhere. As one viewer put it, my nerves would absolutely wreck me when I hear just the music. You did good. Staying safe is more important. On August 1st, 2025, Paul Sinclair, the voice behind the UK-based investigation channel Truth Proof, set out for what was meant to be a simple evening on the clifftops of Barmpton, Yorkshire. Known for chronicling strange lights, UFO encounters, and paranormal events, Paul's work blends eyewitness testimony with grounded real-world settings. That night, the plan was straightforward. Enjoy a beautiful sunset, maybe film a quick update, and head home.
Looks absolutely amazing, and I don't know if I can get this bit of grass in that. Bit too low. And I'm walking backwards, and we just got a sunset at Bempton tonight, and we might be doing a paranormal update later, and if this never makes it to screen, obviously you know nothing's happened.
But chance has a way of changing everything. While walking the coastal path, Paul bumped into Gary, a bird watcher, finishing his day. The conversation began casually until Gary mentioned something he had seen back in 2017. Something that had never left his mind.
And he said he hadn't. However, he had one story of his own to relate to me from 2017. He didn't want to show his face on camera, but allowed me to record him. So that's what you're going to hear next. And it's interesting. Once again, spheres of light. So for Truth Proof, I hope you enjoy. And we'll move over to this short account of the strange and unusual. Thank you. Do we say your name?
Yeah, my name's Gary.
One quiet evening, Gary had been looking out the skylight of his home in the Todmorden area, right along the Yorkshire-Lancashire border. That's when he saw it. An orange sphere, glowing intensely, emerging not from the clouds, but from inside the hillside. Rising from the earth itself, the orb hovered only 15 to 20 feet above the ground, close enough for him to make out its perfect round shape, its fiery orange hue, and a trailing streak like a sparkler's burn.
I'm going to put it like that so that it can pick you up the audio, because I never expected to bump into somebody. Hi everyone, Paul Sinclair here, Truth Proof. Well, I've just bumped into a guy who's been bird spotting for a day, and he's just heading home. And Gary's just told me about something that you saw, but where was it, Gary?
So yeah, the encounter, it was at Walsden in Todmorden area, sort of just on the Yorkshire-Lancashire border. It was like one evening, I was just looking out of the skylight of the house that I lived in at the time, and I saw this orange light actually emerge out of the hillside.
So it actually came out of a hill?
It came out of the hill itself, yeah.
How high was the hill?
It wasn't large, about the size of a football, but it moved with purpose. Within seconds, it shot off at tremendous speed, disappearing into the night. Gary wasn't afraid, at least not in the moment, only stunned. But the origin point haunted him. Why from underground? What could possibly travel through solid earth like that?
You're back when I saw it, and then it almost made like a whizzing like noise as it went past, and it headed in the direction of Littleborough.
So when it went past, what height were it from you, you know, above your head?
It's probably about, if I had to guess, maybe like rose to like 20 feet above my head.
Oh, so it's low. It's low.
Yeah,
so
it's low enough for me to actually get good eyes on it.
So it's 20 feet above your head, so you get a good idea of how big it was, the size of a football, or...
Yeah, probably.
Paul listened intently. Todmorden, after all, has long been dubbed UFO Alley, a hotspot for unexplained phenomena. And now another thread had been added to its strange, tangled history.
To deny what's going on.
So, well, thank you. Not to put you on spot, but has there been anything else?
Nothing else, no. Nothing else that I've witnessed myself, no.
Okay. Well, that really is appreciated, and it's just a little bit of a piece to a puzzle. And because you never know, somebody else from area. Did you tell me the year?
Yeah, it was the 17th of April.
Sometimes the most unsettling mysteries aren't above us in the stars, but just beneath our feet. November 19th, 2024. The YouTube channel Rambling On uploaded what appeared to be a calm, methodical exploration of Ireland's remote woodlands, a search for potential wild camping spots. But as the hours passed, that peaceful hike began to feel different.
Looking for a few camping spots this morning. As soon as I came in, I saw 2 deer just in among the trees, so that was pretty cool. That tree there, to that tree there, and I'd have a little view out there if the clouds weren't down. I think the best idea is to come back, camp at that spot, and while I'm here, have a little wander up there and try to find a few more spots. I think that's the most efficient use of my time. I'm sure there's a lot of...
The video opens with the creator weaving through moss-covered clearings and shadowy forest glades, pointing out potential flat ground for a tent. The air feels untouched, the kind of place where silence is its own presence. But the deeper he pushes into the trees, the more the forest seems to resist him. Branches snapping back into his face. Steep, muddy slopes threatening to send him tumbling onto his gear.
Shocking. But that could be an even better spot than the other one. And like, look at the foliage and the moss and the whole lot. It'd be lovely, you know. And even that there, the little mound, that'd be like a little seat.
Then, the first warning sign. Gunshots. Faint, distant, but unmistakable. At first, he dismisses them as nothing unusual, simply avoiding the direction they seem to come from. But the shots return, again and again.
Okay, so I was just gonna wander down here, but I just heard a gunshot. That's apparently where they are down there, so I'm not gonna go down there at the moment. I don't want to be in the line of fire. I've just found the water source that I've seen on the map. So the plan is to follow this down and see if there's any nice camping spots alongside it or close by. Because it'd be nice to have that, you know, I wouldn't have to carry it.
Hours later, while navigating toward a stream, he stumbles across an old rusting fork buried in the ground. A strange, almost forgotten relic of someone else's time in these woods. Moments after, 2 more gunshots crack through the still air.
Take these over here though. I'm just very wary of which way the fork is going to be pointing. I don't want to fall back on it. If you think that was left up here when these trees were planted, it was possibly leaning up against this tree, which is gigantic, probably 30 or 40 years old. Some lad just forgot his fork one day. That was not good. Especially with a big spike in my back. That's where I slipped, look. Just there. My trekking pole is down there. That wasn't good.
It's only when he finally encounters a lone hunter that the truth clicks into place. This wasn't just random gunfire. The forest he had been wandering through all morning was in the middle of active deer culling season. Hunters and even illegal poachers were scattered across the area. Signs warning visitors had been posted at the entrances, but he had somehow missed them.
Just tune in and watch me ramble around in here and nearly break my neck. Ooh. I'm not sure if you'll make out just how steep that side is. But looking at it from here, that wasn't the wisest move.
Had he not run into that hunter, he admits, he might have kept pushing deeper into a danger he didn't even know was there. It's not the kind of encounter that jolts you with a single moment of terror, but rather the slow, dawning realization that you've been walking through a hazard the entire time. Sometimes the scariest part isn't what you see, it's what you don't know you're surrounded by. June 27th, 2025. Dan Ventures Outdoors, a UK wild camping channel hosted by Dan, set out for what should have been a simple father and son overnight in the woods. The evening began with the crackle of a campfire, chicken skewers sizzling over the coals, and mugs of hot chocolate shared under the fading light. It was the kind of moment that defines camping: calm, warm, and far removed from city life.
Oh aye, you shaggers. Come back to the Dan Ventures channel. Camping. This is the camp. Someone else is going to be camping there. Got a little bin. Hainworth Woods, this is called. It's near Keighley. Yeah, it's quite a nice little spot. I'll put the link to his Facebook channel down below, his Facebook page, and you can check it out if you want.
Then the tone shifted. From the shadows of a nearby path, 3 young men emerged, one leading a large dog. They didn't seem aggressive, but they didn't exactly blend into the quiet setting either. They lit a large fire of their own, played on a nearby swing, and then asked Dan a question that put him instantly on guard. "Are you staying the night?"
Strange. Didn't want to film it. Couple of lads, 3 lads, came up from down this way with a big dog. It's at camp there. They've set a big fire here and gone up left up there. But they seem quite like nice lads, like. They messed about on the swing, and yeah, just a bit weird, isn't it? Asking as if we'd stay at night and stuff. I don't know if it's me just fucking overthinking it, but back now. I don't know. An MC apparently. Bloody thing.
On the surface, it was harmless small talk. But for Dan, out there with his son, it landed differently. He smiled, gave a casual, "Yeah," but his instincts filed it away as something to keep an eye on.
Oh yeah? He came back with his lads. Just chilled around that fire. Made that big fire there. And they fucked off again. But what were weird is, they were saying are you staying the night and that? And it's just me and my son. And I was like, yeah, but it's like, I think it's a bit weird, isn't it? Was it just me overthinking it? Just turned up, played on swing, set a fire. I'm over there chilling, having some food and just...
As quickly as they appeared, the group disappeared into the trees. No goodbye, no explanation. The woods closed in again. Darkness fell. Dan kept the fire going, coat pulled tight against the chill, scanning the tree line for any sign of their return. Hours passed. The men never came back.
Getting a lot darker now. Darker on camera than it is in real life though. Lovely fire keeping us warm. Temperature's dropped a little. That's why I've got my coat on.
By morning, the relief was obvious. Nothing had happened. But something could have. Out here, the danger isn't always the wild animals, the weather, or the terrain. Sometimes it's the unknown intentions of the people you meet.
They didn't come back. Thank God for that. So that was alright. Gonna go grab some wood. Get fire going a bit. And have some brekkie. All this wood's soaked. All this wood is bloody soaked.
Because in the wilderness, one question, are you alone or are you staying the night, can change everything. June 24th, 2025. The YouTube channel Jishing had planned nothing more than a light-hearted day of fishing along a quiet creek. Laughter carried over the water as small catches were pulled in and released, the only interruptions being the occasional splash or the hum of summer insects.
Oh, see him up in the tree, see him up in the tree. Cast. Got one. Got one. Tiny. 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 Tiny, beautiful guy. Right from that tree right there. Let's get a little release. Little one's falling it. Oh, got one. I just dropped him. Had him.
Then came the sirens. Faint at first, distant enough to ignore, they soon grew louder, closer. And then they saw him. A man sprinting through the water upstream, leaping across rocks, soaking himself as he pushed forward. No fishing gear, no explanation, just raw urgency. He clambered up the opposite bank, vanishing into the tree line without a word.
Alright, which is really surprising. Alright.
Hey Jake, good cast. Got the nibble?
Tiny little guy. Holy cow.
You know what? I need my legs back. Oh yeah, there's one in the back of that.
Moments later, the reason became clear. Police vehicles began to appear along the nearby road, officers scanning the area. When they approached, the fishermen pointed them in the direction the man had fled.
For sure on the path. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a dude right there. Let's go. Let's go. He ran, jumped down, ran across and got up on the other side.
Oh, you went back up?
Yeah. Let's just walk a little. More rocks right here.
Little rock from my foot, dude. You catch that guy on camera?
But the encounter wasn't over. Sometime later, the fugitive reappeared, closer, this time, and asked a chilling favor. "Don't tell the police where I am." The group gave a short, non-committal reply. Out here, cornered by someone desperate and unpredictable, arguing wasn't an option.
Oh, shoot. Yo, are you looking for some guys? Yeah, we are. He just ran this way. We saw him on that water? Yeah, I have video of it. He went down there, ran across the water, and went back up, and he's probably somewhere up in this area.
So he went that way?
Yeah, he went that way. I have video proof of it.
Alright, that's fine. Oh no. I see one on you.
He slipped away again, leaving behind an uncomfortable silence that even the return to fishing couldn't break. The men landed a few more bass before packing up for the day, but the easy camaraderie from that morning was gone.
I now remember all these bugs, bro. Oh, hit the right there by that tree. Oh, they got mad cop cars up there, bro. Oh!
Take your fishing rod, bro.
Is that a bass? What is that? Oh, lock in extra hard. Lock in extra hard.
Do you need me to flip up?
Oh, yes. Got a bass. Bass.
How glorious. You want me to grab the phone?
Beautiful.
That's nice.
That is so beautiful. It's in the dry bag.
I don't know where that is.
The gray bag?
I got you.
Oh, bass.
How do you open this thing?
Ooh, actually, I don't even need a picture. So glorious.
Oh,
Little creek bass.
They kind of got a lot of cop cars.
It was a reminder they hadn't expected. The wild doesn't just hide animals and natural dangers. Sometimes it hides people. People running from something, or towards something you'd rather not be part of. Even in the most peaceful places, you're never as alone as you think. June 19th, 2025. The Black Camper, a channel known for its raw and unfiltered camping adventures, set up for what was meant to be a quiet night at Hillsdale State Park, Kansas. The plan was simple: test some new gear, enjoy the lakeside view, and cook a warm meal.
People out here camping, man. Tons of people. So, yeah. Got Chad. That's my buddy Chad. But yeah, all right, let's get camp set up. I think it's right here by 6. All right. So I might camp right there. All right. And I'm sorry about the music and the loud people if y'all hear that, but it's okay though, because it's a public campground. That's what happens.
At first, everything went as planned. The tent was pitched near the water, the air was calm, and a pot of beef lasagna rehydrated over the stove, while fish darted beneath the ripples. The sun dipped low, casting gold over the lake.
Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah, get them out the city, man.
My son's stuck behind the computer nowadays.
Yep. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That took way longer than I expected. But it's up. The tent is up, so. All right. And it's not a bad tent. It's a little claustrophobic, I think, for me. But we're gonna see how I sleep in it. Buy some wood. But look at that view, though. I'm trying to know about this view. Lots of people on the lake too today. Lots of people on the lake. I need to get out there.
Then, the wind picked up. At first, it was just a gentle push against the tent walls, But within minutes, a violent thunderstorm ripped across the park. Rain hammered down, lightning split the sky, and gusts threatened to flatten the campsite. The tent strained against the wind until it was no longer safe to remain inside. Forced to abandon shelter, he retreated to his truck, riding out the chaos from behind the safety of its metal frame.
Yeah, that's a lot of... Oh, shit. Yep. Time to go, y'all. Time to go. All right.
Bruh, hey, I ain't never been in no shit like that before. I literally had to like pack up. The tent was blowing in and I was getting scared.
So, yeah, you see all that red? Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best.
But it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, and I'm in the truck, dog. That shit was crazy. Oh man, I gotta go take a poop. Bro.
By morning, the storm had passed, but the night's troubles weren't over. Returning to Breakdown Camp, he discovered his wallet missing. The nearby homeless campers claimed they'd turned it over to a park ranger, but the ranger had never seen it. The truth was clear. The wallet had been stolen. What stung most wasn't just the loss, but knowing he had planned to reward whoever found it.
My wallet, man.
I don't have it.
What'd you do with it? Where'd you put it?
I don't know. I don't have it, bro.
You just told me you knew what you did with it.
I was half asleep. I might have given it.
You might have given it to who? Find my wallet, bro.
Please
The police on their way here, dog. You in trouble. Because you told me you found my wallet, right? You better call your mom. You better find my wallet, Chad.
I don't have it.
You better, what you do with it?
I put it up there on the stand.
You told me you gave it to Jerry.
Bro, I was half asleep. You don't know this.
You told me you gave it to Jerry, right?
I thought I did. I don't
You
know.
thought you did, man. You better find my shit, bro. That's bogus as hell. I was finna give you $50 for that shit, bro. Find my wallet. The police on their way.
The trip, meant to be about peace and gear testing, had turned into a reminder of two harsh realities of the outdoors: the raw force of nature and the unpredictability of the people you might find there.
And then lied about it. He had a lick too. Man, I'm so sad. But now I gotta go home because we got work tomorrow again. But that's what I get for coming out on my day off. Messed up. God.
Sometimes the night's greatest dangers aren't the ones howling through the trees, but the ones sitting quietly by the next campfire.